Africa. 500 provided off-road racing enthusiasts with yet another wet race. There was more drama in the Settler 500 with 3 top teams disqualified. Veteran Harry Roscoe was the surprise early pace setter. Punctures proved to be the problem for crews throughout the event. More mechanical trouble with front-runner Arpi Reiniger. The Special Vehicles Brigade revel in the wet and muddy conditions. Total South Africa take great pleasure in bringing you highlights from the Settler 500, the 5th round of the Total GTE Off-Road Championship. Total, earning our stripes for you, earning our stripes in motorsports. The Settler 500 took off-road competitors to the coast for the first time this season, with the event based 14 kilometres inland from Kenton-on-Sea. The race was for 4-wheel vehicles only, and with many reef competitors put off by travelling distances, drew a relatively small field. Behind the scenes, there was the usual pre-race activity with last-minute adjustments to be made. It was also a time for competitors to renew old acquaintances. A quick look at current championship positions sees Steve Parker and VZ Van Zyl top of the log in the production vehicles class by a massive margin. Mechanical problems in the day 1 racing section to decide start positions saw Parker and Van Zyl limp home as they were relegated to the back of the field.
It's definitely beach buggy country that we got down here. There is quite a strong class 2 and 7 field, and we'll have to see what happens out there.
Former national champions Wilfried Westlau and Dagmar Blankner were among the 3 teams disqualified for backtracking along the route, while Mervyn Woods and Wayne Pettit were expected to be a threat in Class 7 in a VW buggy built entirely from scrap parts.
Tomorrow I think we just have to go a lot slower than we did today, just to try to finish, because it's very rough out there. And I think that's going to be our strategy. We're just going to have to cool it off completely now.
With the Mainkies-Jooste combination giving the event a miss, Alfred van Vuren and Peert Pelzer were given the opportunity of extending their lead in the commercial vehicles class. Van Vuren loves the wet and was looking forward to another rich haul of points.
Ja, geluk ik op 4 wielen, daarom zeker 4-wiel voertuig met de voorsprong op 2 wielen met die naadtoestanden. Ik hou van een nat pad en een gladde pad. Ik kan maar leren besturen op grondpaaien en gladde paaien. Dat is mijn ideaal pas.
Rally stars Cassie Coetzee and Wiley Harrington were looking for a return to form in their Toyota Hilux.
Ons het papwiel gehad, so 15-20 kilometer in die eerste begin. En ek het altyd te hard gedruk, want Philip was achter my en ek wou nie ophou nie en was op agterhanger gewees. En ek het dit net oordoen, toe kry sy papwiel. En toe is dit nie vir my aanvaarbaar nie. Ons het net bietjie vinniger gegaan, toe breek ons skokbrekers. Toe besluit ons dit sal nie help nie. Môre is daar 'n hele dag om die 3 of 4 minute op te maak.
Another combination looking for a return to form were Philip Malone and Richard Leek in the turbocharged Toyota Hilux.
It's really fun to go along these roads because the cambers change radically from one point to the next, going down, and in the wet, it is really, you've got to use all your skills to keep the car on the track.
The 4-lap format was a popular decision with new Springboks Arpi Reiniger and Lucas Dreyer.
Get to about the 3rd, 4th lap, it gets a bit easier, and then I think the navigator is more extra eyes for the driver than navigating itself.
There was a highly interesting situation at the top of the championship table in the special vehicles class, with only 4 points separating the top 3 teams. Day 1 saw Klaus Degener and Derek Pinoy hampered by an engine misfire.
Well, we suspect we've got water in somewhere on the spark plugs. We're trying to sort that problem out. We'll be okay for tomorrow.
Championship frontrunner Bucks Carolyn, with his Raceco now sporting sponsorship from Castrol, was also fully in favour of the lap system to be used for the event.
I think it's a great idea because it saves a lot of money for the service crews and everything's at one central point, and spectators get an opportunity to see more of the cars out on the route. So I think it's a damn good idea.
Veteran Harry Roscoe, running a borrowed engine, opened a few eyes when he came through to set the fastest time in the qualifying session.
Damaged a motor in the last little non-national, little regional, and I wasn't going to race. And then Richard Schilling phoned me from America on Thursday and said to me, listen, you want to go race? So I said to him, well, it's feeling I'd like to. So he said, well, there's a motor. Go and fetch it out of my garage and we can go racing. So I thought, well, it's a 5-minute job, but it ended up a 3 nights and 4-day job. But I'm here and I'm happy to be racing.
Well, you don't have to worry about the proper panels. We've got to get it off, and we haven't got enough water. Oh, it's going to get exactly like that tomorrow morning, the first 5 kilometres.
Mothers love everything to be clean and tidy. For other competitors, rapid repairs were a necessity after the opening racing section, with the organisers hoping the rain would stay away.
I think it's going to be drier than yesterday because of the sun shining, and I really do pray that it won't rain today. The weather forecast is rain, but our farmer says no.
The off-road fraternity just loved the traditional early morning starts, with Harry Roscoe leading the field off in the Protea Card Raceco.